rich or broke in 2026? Which one are you becoming right now? What if your future isn't decided by how much you earn, but by just 3 simple decisions you make every day? Now imagine a wolf living in a world where everything is changing fast. Prices are rising, food is getting expensive, and survival is becoming harder every single day. But here's the interesting part. Not all wolves are struggling. Some are still calm, some are still growing. And the difference isn't strength, it's thinking. This wolf starts to notice something strange. Every day he works hard, hunts, gathers resources, and does everything he's supposed to do. But at the end of the day, he still feels stuck. No matter how much effort he puts in, nothing seems to change. If anything, life feels more expensive, more stressful, and more uncertain. Sound familiar? That's exactly how most people feel today. You're working, you're trying, you're doing everything you've been told. But somehow, it never feels like enough. And the truth is, it's not because you're lazy or not trying hard enough. It's because no one taught you the real game. The wolf realizes something powerful. The world around him isn't getting easier, it's getting smarter. And if he keeps doing the same things, he'll stay in the same place. That's when he decides to stop reacting and start thinking. He begins to observe the wolves who are doing better. They're not running faster, they're not working harder, but they are doing one thing differently. They are making better decisions. Small decisions, daily decisions, invisible decisions. The kind of decisions most people ignore. Instead of chasing everything he wants in the moment, the wolf starts asking himself one simple question before every action. Will this help me later? Or just make me feel good right now? And that question changes everything. Because here's the truth. Your future in 2026 isn't built in one big moment. It's built in small, quiet decisions you make every single day. What you spend, what you save, what you ignore, what you focus on. Most people are waiting for a big opportunity, but the wolf realizes the real opportunity is already here in his daily choices. And this is where your story begins too. Right now, you're either building a future where things get easier or one where everything keeps getting harder. There's no in between. Every small action is pushing you in one direction. So the real question isn't, will you be rich or broke in 2026? The real question is, what are you doing today that's deciding that future? Now the wolf stops guessing and starts following a simple system. Not something complicated. Not something only smart wolves understand. Just 3 clear steps that slowly change everything. Step 1 is awareness. The wolf realizes that most of his problems weren't coming from big mistakes. They were coming from small, repeated habits. Buying things without thinking. Wasting resources without noticing. Acting on impulse instead of purpose. At first, these things feel harmless, but over time they build up. So he starts paying attention. Every time he spends something, he asks himself, do I really need this? Not in a negative way, but in a smart way. And suddenly things become clear. He notices how much he was losing without even realizing it. Not because he didn't have enough, but because he wasn't aware. That's step 1. Awareness creates control. Then comes step 2, positioning. This is where most wolves get it wrong. They think saving means holding everything tightly and never enjoying anything. But that's not what the wolf does. He doesn't just save, he positions. Instead of using everything right now, he starts setting aside a small part for later, not to hide it, but to use it better. For something that can help him grow, maybe better tools, maybe smarter opportunities, something that gives him more in return. He stops thinking, how much can I spend? And starts thinking, how can this help me later? That one shift changes his direction. Because now his money isn't just disappearing, it's being used with purpose. And then comes step 3, discipline. This is the hardest one, because it's not about knowing, it's about doing it again and again. Some days the wolf feels like going back to his old habits, buying quickly, acting without thinking, taking the easy option, but now he's aware. And that awareness stops him. He doesn't need to be perfect. He just needs to be consistent. And over time, something powerful happens. His stress starts going down. His control starts going up. His confidence starts growing. Not because he suddenly became rich, but because he finally understood the system. And here's the truth. This 3-step blueprint isn't magic. It won't change your life overnight. But if you follow it daily, it will quietly change your future. Because success doesn't come from one big move. It comes from small, smart moves repeated every day. Now think about this for a second. Nothing magical happened to the wolf overnight. The world didn't suddenly become cheaper. Life didn't become easier. Prices didn't drop. Challenges didn't disappear. But something much more powerful changed. The wolf changed. And that changed everything. Because when you start seeing your decisions clearly, you stop blaming everything around you. You stop waiting waiting for the perfect moment. You stop thinking that one big opportunity will fix everything. Instead, you take control. The wolf now walks through the same world, but with a completely different mindset. Where he once saw pressure, he now sees patterns. Where he once reacted quickly, he now pauses and thinks. Where he once felt stuck, he now feels in control. And slowly, day by day, the gap starts to grow. Not a huge, dramatic difference, but a quiet, powerful one. The wolves who keep reacting, keep spending without thinking, keep chasing comfort. They stay in the same cycle, working more, stressing more, and wondering why nothing changes. But the wolf who chose awareness, who chose better positioning, who stayed disciplined, he starts moving in a different direction. And that's the real difference between being rich or broke in 2026. It's not about luck. It's not about working 24/7. And it's definitely not about making one perfect decision. It's about small decisions, made consistently. Right now, you're standing at the same point. You can keep doing what feels easy today and struggle tomorrow. Or you can make slightly smarter choices today and build a stronger future. Because the truth is simple. Your future is not something that just happens to you. It's something you build, one decision at a time. So before you click away, ask yourself one honest question. Am I reacting or am I thinking? Because that answer is already deciding where you'll be in 2026. If this video made you think differently, then you're already ahead of most people. Subscribe to Wolf Money for more simple, powerful ideas that help you take control of your money and your future. And remember, smarter thinking today creates a richer tomorrow.